guys, and welcome back to my channel. How are you today? Welcome if you're new. I'm so happy to have you here. This is a little different for what I normally do in my channel. The girls are sneaking chips because they know I'm busy right now. Anyways, so this is something a little bit different that I normally do. Normally I just follow us around, and I'm kind of going to shift my channel a little bit to not necessarily just about me, but like I love doing like the day in the life videos, and I'll keep doing those, but it won't be like every video. Sometimes I just want to chit chat and talk and discuss things that are going on in my life or things that I love. So let's get into what today's video is going to be. I thought it would be kind of fun just to do like a get to know me. I'm pretty new at this. I have watched YouTube for years and years and years, and I love watching people just talk about who they are and where they came from and what they have in their lives and what they do. And so I thought I would do that because I'm so new and no one really knows me. And so I thought it would be really fun to just sit and talk about myself for a little bit. And that's not normally something that I would do because I don't like to talk about myself. I'm just now getting to a point in my 34, almost 35 years of life where I am comfortable enough to be in front of a camera. And I'll get more into that later. So let's just start with the simple things. My name is Mylissa. I am 34 years old and I will be 35 in December. I've been married to my husband Forrest for almost 16 years. We just celebrated our 15-year wedding anniversary in June. We have 3 kids. Bentley is he's going to be 15 on Monday, and post his picture here. Cora is 5. She turns 6 in May. Cora. And our baby Graycen, she will be 3 in December, and that makes me so sad because I'm not ready for her to be 3 yet. She's still my baby though. She loves to be the baby. We live in Idaho. I've lived in Idaho almost my whole life. Other than we lived in Elko, Nevada for almost 2 years while Forrest was working at the Walmart there. It was a fun experience. I miss my friends dearly that were in Elko. We lived in these really great apartments, and I met these really great moms that lived there. And I miss them. I miss my friends. Like, their kids and my kids played together. We all got along great. We had girls' nights. We went and got our nails done. We did lots of things together. Our husbands all got along great, and like I miss that. I have a very good friend, Stephanie, but other than that, I have no other friends. I have no mom friends with kids my kids' ages. I work a lot, kind of. I work at my boutique, so I don't really get out a lot to go and meet friends, and there's nowhere to go here to go meet mom friends. So there's that. Kind of like I said, I own my own women's clothing boutique. It's really fun. It's really hard in the winters here because we depend on snow. We live in a resort town, and we depend on the snow to bring in the people from down in the valley. Right now we would normally have snow. We have none. It's been in the 50s, like the high 50s, which is super weird for this area, but I'm enjoying it. I'm loving the sunshine. My girls are upstairs and I just heard the loudest crash ever. Are you guys okay? Okay, on the bed. Are you guys good? Okay, they're good. That's what happens after you have 3 kids. You just yell, "Are you good?" And if they say yeah, then you move on. So yeah, I have this little clothing store. It's super cute, super fun. I was just making sure you guys were okay. Were you jumping on the bed? What was that sound?
We're gonna move. We jumped off. We're standing up and we jumped off.
Okay, just be careful. Okay, bye. Love you. Bye. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, go. Okay, you need to go play assist.
We're not even.
He might pay our resident. I have no idea. Back to my store. So I work 5 days a week. Typically, I have a really great girl that works for me. She's awesome. She's fun. She works on Saturdays. Helps me take care of everything. I get new clothes all the time because I own a store. Sometimes I think I don't have enough time in my whole life to wear everything that I get, but I love it. Forrest fixes computers. He has his business inside of my business, so we share the rent, and it helps us out a lot, especially during the slow times for me. I don't think he has a slow time. That's it for that. Bentley is a freshman in high school. He is a great kid. He gets A's and B's. He loves to skateboard. He loves video games. Him and his dad video game together. They love it. The girls and I hang out. We love to go shopping. But mind you, we have nowhere to shop here other than a Rite Aid and the grocery store. So if we want to go to Target or Walmart or the mall or any other places that we like to shop, we have to drive 2 hours either that way or that way. Just the way it is. It's okay though. We like living up here. It's so pretty. It gets lots of snow. We aren't snow people. None of us ski or snowboard or snowmobile or play in the snow. My kids like to go sledding. I'm not a snow person. I don't like to be cold, so I just sit in here and enjoy my fireplace over there and my heated blanket. So let's reverse back to when Forrest and I first met. How did we meet? I was 17, he was 18. I don't know if you remember, but hotornot.com was like a huge thing then. So, like I had never been on any kind of thing like that. I was 17 years old. The internet was not new, but it was fresh. This was back in 2002. So it was like people thought you were kind of weird if you met people online, and now it's like the norm. So we used to not tell people how we actually met because we were embarrassed because people would act like it was this horrible, weird thing that we met online. So anyways, we both were on Hot or Not. My friend Heather and I were messing around one night, and we decided to put each other's pictures on this website. And what Hot or Not was you could rate, like you could look through people's pictures and rate them 1 to 10. Like how vain is that? But it was 2002, I was 17, whatever. So we put each other's pictures on, and we would look through all these guys that were from all around the country, and we'd rate them. And I came across Forrest's picture, and I rated him a 10. It popped up saying that he had rated me. We didn't even know that we were from, like, not the same area, but we were both from Idaho. He lived 2 hours away from me. Somehow you had to pay in order to, like, connect with the person that you matched with, and I never paid. I know he says he didn't pay. Somehow we ended up exchanging email addresses, and the rest is history. We talked every single day, and then we moved to talking on the phone, and I was turning 18, and he said, well, I'm going to drive up and surprise you and I'm going to drive up and see you for your birthday. And here I am thinking, okay, sure, you will. Heather and I had a sleepover the night before. My phone rings at like 8:30 in the morning on my birthday, and I answer it, and it's Forrest, and he's like, hey, I'm like 20 minutes away from your house. Can you give me your address so I can come and pick you up and take you to go have a fun day for your birthday? And I freaked. Like in the movies when you see someone like running around in like a super fast pace, that was me trying to get ready. Here I need to make this first impression on this guy that I had just was going to meet off the internet. Hello. If my girls told me that some guy was coming up to meet them off the internet and they were 17, I'd be like, no, sorry, not happening. But that's what happened, and the rest is history. We literally were inseparable after that. I ended up moving down to where he lived close by to finish out high school. I graduated. We dated until the next summer, and then we got married, and then we had Bentley, and we lived happily ever after. We had Bentley in 2004. He was our first baby. I was 19, turning 20 the month after he was born. I wouldn't have changed anything in the entire world. He was the most amazing baby. He was sweet. He was loving. I mean, he still is. He's still like, we always have jokes that he's an old soul. He's like super caring, always uses his manners. He's just a good kid. We tried to have another baby like a year and a half or so after Bentley was born, and it just wasn't happening, and we kept trying until I finally went to the doctor, and they said I had unexplained secondary infertility. There was nothing showing of why I wasn't getting pregnant. They didn't know why. I had some cysts on my ovaries, but that shouldn't have been causing me not to get pregnant. And so I left there, and that was when Bentley was about 9. And I went home and told Forrest. They said I have this unexplained secondary infertility. And so we decided that we were okay with just having Bentley. We accepted the fact that he was going to be our only one. We were like thinking like, oh, this is kind of cool because we won't even be 40 when Bentley graduates from high school, and we can have our time together, just the two of us, and like live this adult life that we never really got to live as a married couple without kids. And so literally the month after Forrest and I had that conversation, bam, October 3rd, I found out I was pregnant with Cora, and we were ecstatic. We were so excited. I had a really rough pregnancy with Cora. I had something called Gittleman syndrome, and it only affects 1 in 200,000 women during pregnancy, and I was one of those. I was in and out of the hospital. However, before I had Cora, it was unexplained. They had no clue what was going on with me. They thought I had gestational diabetes. They thought I had, I can't even think of the name of it. If I remember, I'll post it right here. I was having to go in to the doctor or to the hospital constantly to get IV drips of potassium and magnesium because I wasn't holding I wasn't holding those vitamins. I was like deathly ill. I was like going blind. They thought I was going to have a stroke. They thought I had Bell's palsy because like one side of my face would go numb and limp, and it was so crazy. And then after I had Cora early, I met with this doctor who was like 100 years old, and he was an internal medicine doctor, and he came. Oh, that's okay. I'll take it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can I walk with you?
Not right now.
Okay.
Go back and play. I'm almost done. Anyway, so he came to see me, and he said that in 1978 he saw a woman from Russia who had all the same symptoms as I did. She was sick. She didn't know what was going on. She had to have infusions for potassium and magnesium all the time. Her heart rate was really low. She would get the Bell's palsy symptoms, and he told me that I had Gittleman syndrome, but I only had pregnancy-induced Gittleman syndrome because I don't have those problems after I have a baby. He told me that he advised me not to have any more children. I was like, no big deal. I don't get pregnant very easily, so I'm not going to worry about it. Boom. Year and a half later, Graycen. I had it worse with Graycen. We lived in Elko, Nevada at the time. I had a wonderful doctor. He was very proactive in helping me stay healthy. However, I was not healthy. I didn't gain any weight. I was very small being pregnant. I had all of the same symptoms. I don't know what that is. However, I spent the majority of, I don't think that's gum, and if it is, you probably shouldn't eat it.
No.
Anyways, I spent the majority of my end of my pregnancy with Graycen in the hospital, getting infusions, being monitored for my heart,
I wanted the hospital.
drinking the nasty magnesium drinks because I was so tired of being That's cool. I was so tired of having...
This is Daddy!
It is, you better go give it to him. Anyways, I was so tired of having IVs, and it was getting to the point where
That wasn't my fault.
Okay.
That was...
I was getting to the point that my arms couldn't even handle taking IVs anymore. They tried to put it in my foot. It was so painful, so horrible. Needless to say, I got my tubes tied because I do not want to deal with that ever again. Ever. It was awful. But I'm so thankful to have my 3 kids that I have. And I didn't have it with Bentley. And if I did, it was so mild that it didn't even bother me. Let's see, what else? What do I like to do in my free time? Well, I work. I like to watch YouTube. I watch Loey Lane. I watch Nexpo. Those are both like super awesome, creepy, like they talk about urban legends or like paranormal experiences that people have, or like Reddit stories that are super weird, and like that's what I've been obsessed with lately. I watch it every night before I go to bed, which is so funny because I'm like the world's biggest chicken and I get scared super easily, but I love it. I like to take pictures of my kids. I take pictures of the girls all the time. Bentley doesn't like it. Hey, oh my god, why does everybody decide to come down here and be so loud when I'm trying to do this? Hey, my dogs are crazy. Go play upstairs. Go. My girls, I love to craft. I'm like super big on this whole dollar store crafting thing. We go to dollar store and buy stuff to make stuff. I love to shop. I'm a big shopper. I always joke that I'm not rich enough to support my shopping habits. I'm just now getting into makeup. That was close. I'm just now at almost 35 years old getting into makeup and enjoying finding like new makeup and watching makeup tutorials and all that kind of stuff. I just like to spend time with my husband and my kids. In the summer we spend a lot of time outside. We have a boat, so we spend a lot of time on the lake, which is so pretty up here. We love Disney. We just got Disney Plus, and oh my goodness, it is so amazing. And I'm gonna do a video, actually, my personal review on Disney Plus. It's great. If you don't have it, you better get it. That's all I can say right now. We watch a lot of movies. We spend a lot of time inside because it's so cold outside. Oh my gosh! Stop! Get up here. Dexter, come. Dexter. Dogs are crazy. They fight all day long. Okay, so that's fun. That's what you can look forward to when you have kids. I'm so glad you're good. Okay, so we are Disney obsessed. We are taking our kids to Disneyland in June, and this will be the girls and I's third trip together. We took the kids, all 5 of us went in May of not last year, but the year before. Then my mom and I took the girls in February of last year, and then we're going again in June. And we were so excited to see the Star Wars land, and Forrest is like a huge Star Wars fan. Like, he was so excited for Disney Plus. Like, I think almost more excited than I was, because he wanted to watch the new Mandalorian or Mandalorian, sorry if I'm butchering that, I'm sure I am, series that's on there, and he's been watching it, and we've been watching Cinderella and Snow White and Rapunzel and Frozen for the 100th time, 10,000th time. Disney, we don't really go on a lot of vacations, so when we do, we go to Disney. And people ask me all the time, like, don't you get tired of going to Disney? Don't you want to go somewhere else? Don't you want to go like somewhere tropical? Or I'm like, yeah, you know, I do. I would love to go somewhere tropical, but right now my kids are little. Bentley's 15 or almost 15, and he's not going to enjoy going and doing those things with us for very much longer. So I definitely want to do something that he enjoys and the little girls enjoy, and then we usually do a beach day anyways, so it's fun. So that's me. I'm like a super simple mom. I'm not a helicopter mom. I was with Bentley. I maybe was a little bit more with him anyway, and then a little bit more with Cora because she was like this precious gift that I didn't think I was ever going to have, and so I was like a little bit maybe more sheltery with her, if that's a word. My hair's like driving me crazy. I can see it. It's like long. Right here. It's long. Anyways, okay. I'm so easily like taken off track. It's not even funny. But I just let my kids live. Like, they're only gonna be little once. If they want to play out in the mud, they just have to take their expensive shoes off first. So that's us. Forrest and I, we are, like, I am so lucky to have him. I've had him for, this year will be 17 years in December that we've been together, and like, we've had our ups and downs. Like, don't get me wrong, like, our life has not been perfect, but it's been perfect for us. We've had ups and downs. We've had like not so good times. We've had wonderful times, and I just couldn't imagine doing life with anyone else. He is my best friend, and like, it sounds so cliche to say like, oh, he's my best friend, he's my soulmate, he's my confidant, but he really is those things for me. And I probably depend on him a little bit too much, and that's like a vulnerability that I have. And I know I do, but what do you do? So yeah, that's us. Questions, just comment down below. If you liked my vlog today, give me a big thumbs up. Go subscribe, because I promise you, you are not going to want to miss out on the craziness of my family and the things that happen and the things that we do on a daily basis, or just like life in general. Like, it's so fun, and there's always something going on, like no joke. So yeah, if you like what you see, subscribe, give us a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that bell so that you'll get a notification every time I upload a new video, which I'm going to try to start uploading 3 times a week. Don't miss out on my videos once a week, where I'm going to share my favorite things with you. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means so much to me. I'm just starting this whole journey, and it's so fun, and it's so like liberating actually to just sit down and talk. And sometimes I just need to get stuff out that I just want to talk about, and it's great even if I'm like talking to myself. I always joke with Forrest that YouTube is the place for me because I talk to myself anyways, so why not talk to you guys? Thanks so much for watching. We love you, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye!